Looking for a push up to 95 area. I'm just waiting to see what happens at this level that we're at. We are in an area right now. Most of our levels are down below price at the current time. There is one that's up above at 795. I don't know if we'll get a push up there or not. Had a pretty good pre-market so far. I'm up $601. So I'm just downsizing the micros now. I mean, I took a couple good trades to levels, some of the ones you see on the screen there. And now I'm just going to take it easy and maybe add a couple bucks here. Waiting to see if we get above this high here. That'll give us about 10 points up to the next level. But right now it's breaking down. No follow through on that. High of day is the 84.50. Hey, good morning. How's it going? Let me pull my other chart back up. So there's an area up above where we're at. We kind of hit this, the closest one to price right here at the open. Now we're just kind of waiting to see if it's going to push up above that and go up to like 795, which would, if it gets above the top of that last candle, or the 5-minute opening candle, actually, like 784.75, and that might be it. But right now it's looking like we might get pushed down to this bottom one. Unless that was just closing the gap, potential gap. Reacted off those highs of this level actually right here on the Dojo, this previous high. Right now it's kind of in between there and that level. This level actually came off of a higher time frame. That's why I got it marked purple, just so I'd remember that it was off a higher time frame than I usually use. So it might act as, a bigger resistance. It looks like it. Is so far, that's for sure. This lower level is at 736. Okay, I'm short. See if we can get down to 736 here. I switched over to micros because I've actually had a pretty good um, pre-market, just playing some of those levels that coming up into the open here. Wow, we're just back and forth right now. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about the 736 level, but it's got to get down below these highs. It's still kind of just hanging out right now. It did close below the highs on the last 5 minute. $36. All right, here we go. All right, we're down. My 10-point mark is at 738.25. It's just above that level. So if we can push down, got close last time. All the way back up to the entry. Now we're getting a push. Here it comes back down. 737 is the actual level. One tick away from the one tick away from my exit right there. It's coming back there. It's not done down here yet. I think it could. I mean, we could continue to sell down some. We got other levels down at like 714. I don't know. There's a battle going on right there. Actually, I think now we're getting pushed back up. I'm gonna close that one and break even. It's just kind of, yeah. I mean, it's sideways right now. So that one got balled up. It got all the way down right to it. 37. Oh, actually, the low was 37.50 there. Okay. I don't know why it didn't close it. Huh. 37.25. That should have closed my order. Oh well. No point in complaining about it. This upper level is 795. I'm going to go all the way there right now. What's today? Friday? Might be one of those Fridays, huh? Say what? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Say what? If it pushes back up above this like 783, I may go ahead and pop in there to see if we can get a push up to that 790. I don't know if I'll go all the way to 796, just 10 points, maybe 783, 7 to 793 or so. Yeah, uh, I would hold off just a minute to see if everything's just so back and forth right now. We're just going sideways. It's ranging. We didn't really get a close back above that area yet. It's just sweeping those, like it's just wicking the extremes and pulling back. Let's see, 750.50. Okay, I gotta turn this music off. I don't know what the hell. It's giving me anxiety. What's it gonna do this time? Can we get 796? 795? Sorry, 795. Let's go. Push. Say what? Yeah. Yeah, it's very, very, very undecisive right now. Here we go. Boom. Oh, you better close my damn trade. Oh, okay, it did. Good. Sweet. Got a nice little $255 on that one. What I did was I put an order. We were getting this consolidation right here, and I was like, well, it sold back down. It was like right here at the top of this level, so I had an order, stop order, sitting at 69.20, or I think it was 69.25. Let me look at the execution. Anyway, I had an order sitting here because I was like, well, if it gets back above this level after it did this number and came back down, I was like, if it does, it was sitting there for a while because I actually put it on when it was like selling off back down here. So I said, I just had it sitting there, and it triggered me in on one of these two candles, and I was only in trade for a minute or so, but I had the stop, or not the stop, but the order up at the level there. So got the pop. That's all it takes is that pop. What was my execution on that? I think it was 69.25. Executions. 69.50 up to 695. I had 5 micros on it, and that's why it was only $255. Because dang, that would have been $500. I should have, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to risk what I'd made pre-market. So yeah, but it's not a bad. Let's see, up above where we're at, we really don't have anything, dude. Like level wise, um, It's pretty much, I think it's, yeah, it's high of market. It's like 815. 816's the all-time high on this contract, so we're just about right there. If it goes above 816, I mean, I would probably target like 849, this pivot point, to see if it could push there. But it could just sweep the eights. I would wait for some confirmation, uh, probably because it could just sweep and sell off. We're not even 30 minutes into the open yet, so. And I want to show you, look here on the 30-minute time frame. I mean, if you look at the higher time frame, this candle was just before the open. So at the open, we sold down. We never broke below the low of this candle. It came down here, but it never pushed down further, and it got bought back up. And even if you just had an order sitting here, like 884.75, I mean, it popped from there to there because this was actually high of day. So it never went back up there at the open. It would kind of hung out down here a lot. So even if that's 10 points from there to there, even if you had 84.75, because this was 84, yeah, so 85 to 95, that's 10 points. Yeah, and it went when it finally hit. You saw the jump there. It went all the way to the target. Did you happen to get that on the Factum, that one right before it went to the target? Oh, okay. Either one of these would have been decent. Another thing I've been looking at, I told you before, on the like stacking these momentums down here, the go no go. See, we're all green here, and then I mean, if you're doing micros, awesome thing would have been everything stayed green, but you got this red on the 1 minute time frame. So starting to buy in down here at this during this low momentum on the one time frame, anticipating a push up to that target. That would have been the ultimate, like, building a position on these. But even this one here, like, you went green again, but then you got another red one there. So if you had bought there, even that, which that's why I've been liking to stacking these momentums down at the bottom. And even if you look on like a 30-minute time frame, for example, I don't use the 1 minute on the 30 because it just depends on what color the this indicator is on the 30-minute candle when you're looking at a 30-minute time frame. So you're green, and then you get a 5-minute red. And look, I mean, if you had bought that because your higher time frames, this is pre-market, of course, but even on making plays on a 30-minute time frame, you know, you bought that one. You did. I wouldn't buy anything that's green because it's going in your favor. But then you could have bought that one too, if you had a couple micros going into the open. Well, and then also, I mean, you got the Factum signal there too, and the dough yielder. They all lined up on that candle right there pre-market. 7 o'clock. I mean, that's early for you, but um, Well, I mean, even after the open or right before the open, right? So this is 8:30. So at 9 o'clock, this is 9 o'clock close right here, or you know. So and even that one, if you'd bought there 738, I mean that's 60. That's over 70 points right there. 75 points. I've been looking a lot at the higher time frame, and especially like because of getting the levels and stuff. Is really why I've been looking there, but I was noticing overnight, and this is and actually I think a couple of the trades I took pre-market were, I think maybe that was one of them that I took right there up to this level. Yeah, I'm pretty positive it was. Yeah, which that was 23 up to 34. So yeah, that was over a little over 10 points right there to that level. And then another one I got was, I think, the break of the top of this one up to that level. But oh, anyway, that's yeah, man. You good? Yep, swept the high. 10 o'clock reversal coming up today, maybe. got a new high on that last candle. Last 15 minutes, it swept the 815.75. It got up to 817.50. Dow yielder's giving a pretty solid signals there. Buy A and the buy B were lining up together there. I mean, the buy was at this 782 level pretty much. I mean, it tagged it right here, 781.25. I don't know if it's going to continue to push up or not, but could have got a few points anyway. Looks like it's flattening out really bad right here. But I would pretty much consider this level right here and this level right here out of play now. Not saying it won't react at them, but because if there was buyers there before or sellers there before, they could still be there looking to pick up more. But as far as a target goes, I would love to get one more trade just to make it a even number week, but it could could end up hurting me, and I don't really have any targets up here anyway, so I think I'm just gonna lock myself out and call it a week. Yep. Yeah, go to inputs and then turn off trade filter show. Yeah. Yeah, I've been, because you can, if you run the Factom with the filter or whatever, the averages, and then you can still see them together, basically. It does it without it looking too ugly. Which I think, can you turn them off on the Factom too? I'm not sure. Yeah, you can too. You can turn it off on the Factom too. And they'll just show the arrows and you never, but the thing about that is you don't really know when. Nice thing about that is you can kind of get a inkling that you might be getting a signal if you see that crossover. Just gonna keep buying it. I don't know if it's might just be like a zombie rally. I don't know that it's so much tons and tons of buyers up here, other than nobody's really wanting to sell it. So it's just gonna kind of keep drifting up. But I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised to see a pullback at some. I don't know if it'll happen today or next week or sometime, but it just seems like it's so overvalued, especially with, the numbers we've been getting with the jobs and everything. Yeah, I'm gonna lock it out for the day. Just sit here and press a button. All right, well, that's going to do it for me today. Hope everybody has a good Friday. Stay safe. Trade safe. Ended the day with $829. Pretty good week. Looking forward to next week. FOMC was definitely fun. Always makes for a fun week. But there is a group on Discord that I also stream in. And that's where I conversate too with users. So if anybody's interested, there is 14-day trial for everything. Discord. Come hang out with us. Check it out. We will see you next time.